This is now another opportunity for Ricky to get his first senior title and a first opportunity for Jim Williams to get another title to add to his resume. Best of 15, Paul the Asset Nicholson and Nigel Pearson for this one. What are you expecting, Nige? Who do you think is the favourite?
Well, it's a huge moment for both players, isn't it? Both, of course, unseeded. We have to bear that in mind. So it's a huge day, a huge achievement for both.
60.
I don't know. I've got a hunch for Ricky Evans. Let's see. He's just come past a fantastic player in Danny Noppert, the British Open, UK Open champion, of course. But the tournament averages: Williams 96, Ricky Evans 92.
100.
And it's the first time in the Players' Championship since the first Players' Championship of 2020, where we have two unseeded players. Neither of them have hit a ton-plus average on their way to the final either. But it's a fantastic day
100
for both of them, whatever the outcome. But let's see. If I'm going to go for someone, I'll go for Ricky Evans.
I think that'd be a very popular opinion. I think there's a lot of people out there who really do want him to win this title. But then again, you can never write off Jim Williams in a final. He has a really good finals record in his career to date. But
45.
I think the stat of all stats that I've dug up over the last 5 minutes is that Jim Williams' best run in a Players' Championship came in his very first Players' Championship in November of 2020, and that was the last 16. All of a sudden, it's 2022, it's March, and he's in a final. Is he about to ignite his PDC career? Ricky Evans, double eight was good to him in the semis, it's good to him here, and he takes an early advantage of 1-0.
Yeah, reminder that we are first to 8 legs in the final to decide who wins Players' Championship 6 here in Barnsley. Slightly longer format.
180.
And a great start to leg 2 from Jim Williams.
140.
And we know that it will be rapid with Ricky, and from that point of view, Jim has got to stay focused and concentrated, because against Martin Schindler in the semi-final, he played brilliantly to stay focused. He was 3-0 down in that semi-final and clawed it back superbly, and he just ground down Martin Schindler. Martin was playing brilliantly, and then Jim just piled on the pressure and just got to where he needed to be. It was excellent, absolutely excellent from Jim Williams in the semi-final. And Martin will be really disappointed, because Martin started superbly and it was looking like he was going to go through, but Jim just ground him down.
Yeah, Martin Schindler was devastated at the end of that semi-final.
134.
He stayed in the cubicle for about 2 or 3 minutes just to try and compose himself. He was very, very upset. Double 18. Interesting play there from Jim.
103.
He'll come back for double 9 if Ricky can't find a very large fish. Hello. Oh, it was a good lie for that second dart, but he couldn't find it.
Double 9 for Jim Williams now for 1 apiece. No, he's going a different way, so...
Splitting it, 2 for double 8.
Game shot.
And he's found it.
Yep.
Very, very good in the end. I wasn't really convinced that he was going to split that, but it turns out to be the right shot.
Yeah,
140.
Well done. Good choice from Jim Williams. We're in the final here of this Players' Championship after a great day at Barnsley. Some fantastic darts we've seen once again.
58.
In fact, over the 2 days, it's been a great weekend here at the Metrodome. Players' Championships 5 and 6.
80.
Let's have a little chat about the route for Ricky Evans to get to this final. It has not been easy. His first draw, and I think it's really eloquent of what you said about these two being unseeded, because Ricky started against a seed in Chris Dobie. Then it was John O'Shea, Jason Lowe, Mensa Sulevic. Took out Gabriel Clemens after he disposed of Mario van der Bojada by 6 legs to 0. And then, of course, the UK Open champion Danny Noppert in the semi-finals. That is a really impressive list of players that Ricky has beaten today.
100.
Ooh, it's the old grandfather clock shot there from Williams. TikTok.
Yeah, and
131.
massive achievement for both. Yesterday, Ricky was demolished 6-1 by Jeffrey Dazvan in Players' Championship 5. That was in the last 32. He beat Kim Hybrex and he beat Peter Hudson on the way. That was yesterday.
140.
As Jim hits the 140 to leave 124, and bullseye here for Ricky Evans. Try and keep up with him if you can.
You can't. Simple as that. Jim's going to have to be patient and play his own game here. He needs the bullseye.
58.
So Ricky may need double 8 once again for a second consecutive hold.
9.
There may be the chances that you rue a little bit later on. Williams with exactly the same shot and exactly the same route. There's a hush over the Metrodome as we look at that 25 checkout, and the first break goes the way of the Welshman.
Well, that's something for Ricky Evans to look at closely, because that was a real missed opportunity for Rapid Ricky, and Jim Williams was able to mop it up nicely. Really tidied that up well.
121.
Has a 2-1 advantage and starts really well with the 121. Really snatchy first start, though. A loose first start from Ricky. And it's first to 8, remember, so still a fair way to go. But Jim Williams doing really nicely here. No nerves, considering it's a final here. He's playing relaxed and just like he has done all day, Paul.
58.
Yeah, all day long he's been tested. Apart from maybe his first game, which he won by 6-0 against Peter Hudson. After that, wins against Kevin Burness, Andrew Gilding,
100.
which was his first of 2 consecutive games going the distance. But the second one of those against his namesake, Scott Williams, that was a game and a half.
58.
Then he used the confidence of that to take out Michael Smith and, of course, Schindler in a 12-leg match in the semi-finals. So, another would have left him on double 10, but I think that was a tentative shot at tops, if not a very wise look at 2 singles to leave tops.
100.
Judging by where Ricky was. I like that play from Jim.
Every visit has been a ton plus so far, for a ton or more for Jim Williams. He needs double 10 here now.
Game shot.
3-1. 5 away from the title. It's too early to say that, isn't it? Too early to say that.
That's what the dart players will be saying to themselves.
Yeah, that's what they'll be thinking. Yeah, that's 54. What Jim will be thinking.
Jim was up on the average coming into this final. He had more 180s. By only 1, mind. So small margins. But the one thing is
100
that I've looked into with his career is that the biggest win of his career, the World
58.
Trophy in the BDO, was this exact format. It was first to 8 legs, and he won by 8 legs to 6 against Richard Veenstra. And if he knew that coming into this final,
55.
I think that would give him an extra 1 or 2% confidence coming into this challenge. But it can't be ignored, Nige, the fact that Ricky Evans has been close many times before. He made his first PDC senior final in 2013, 9 years ago. He's made 3 more finals since then.
100.
And he's not got over the line in all 4.
Yes, it's certainly something to consider when it comes to the
123
mentality, if you like, of the approach to the game.
What Ricky's got to do here is hold. He's going to be under the cosh from that maximum. So these kinds of numbers have to be popped. Bull.
Game shot.
Huge. Huge from Evans. And he needed a little confidence boost right there, and he's got one.
Absolutely fantastic. 3-2. Jim Williams leads, but Ricky Evans, love watching
60.
him, don't we, when he's like that? Absolutely superb.
I think there's a somewhat a side story when it comes to Ricky Evans. He loves being the entertainer.
96.
Everybody loves him. He's a lovely lad. He always has been, he always will be. But there is something hovering in the air around Ricky over the last few years. He doesn't want to be a sideshow. He doesn't want to be the guy that walks on with YMCA, wearing the shirt that looks like the Hubba Bubba rapper from the 80s.
96.
What he wants is to be noted as a winner. And now he's got the chance. The winner gets £12,000 as well, which would definitely bolster your chances for the World Match Play in the summer. Ricky Evans is now in a provisional spot. But Jim Williams, if he wins this tournament,
99.
will be just outside and very much in the fray.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge that, isn't it, for the match play. Jim Williams would go from 30th right up to just outside,
100.
and that would be a fantastic weekend's work. And Ricky Evans now in the 14th place of the 16 for the Pro Tour Order of Merit for Blackpool. So he's really made rapid strides today. Great day's work from both, but you try saying that to the loser after this.
Absolutely right. They're not thinking about Blackpool right now. They're thinking about winning this title, and that's it. Evans, 110. Treble 17 would have left tops.
50.
We've just seen a bullseye checkout from Evans. Can we possibly get one from Williams to re-establish that two-leg cushion? Treble 18 leaves that bullseye.
Go on then.
99.
Okay, now here's the chance for Rapid Ricky to level it back. Double 10.
Game shot.
Break a throw. 3 apiece. Game on.
Best of 9 from here then.
Yeah.
Very different game. Could well have been 4 legs to 2. But full credit to Ricky Evans.
96.
Who in the 2 finals he's made in Players' Championships previously has not really got that close to the people who have beaten him. Brendan Dolan back in November 2013, that was 6-3 to the
60.
Northern Irishman in a time where Brendan was mustard. February 19, where he beat Danny Noppert in a semi-final en route to being beaten by Price 8 legs to 4 in the first season where the finals were elongated to best of 15. So at 3-3,
60.
he's still got every chance.
Yeah, so
130.
wide open at the moment. Who's going to take this?
It's going to be a really interesting interview with Dan Dawson at the end. Someone's going to have a story to tell.
Yes.
Dan Dawson's going to get 10 extra commentary points if he gets someone to cry.
Yeah.
2 of the finals that Ricky has actually lost in as well. The Dutch Darts Masters to Ian White and the German Darts Championship to Daryl Gurney. That was his last final. And that was in March of 2019, a month after his last Players' Championship final.
100.
But a maximum from Williams gets him back into leg 7.
Yeah, brilliant 180 from Jim Williams.
50.
So Ricky on throw leaves 64. Now what can Jim do here? Leaves 46. 14 for double 16. Oh, goodness
82.
me. Just about to say for a break. And now Ricky knows this has got to go. 64.
Double 16.
48.
You heard the clap of frustration from Rapid. Williams is on double 12 because of that bad miss on double 16, but it made no difference in the end. Williams has got his break back, and he's the first one to the halfway point of victory.
Yeah, big moment. Ricky could rue that. He's got to try and stamp that out and take his chances. Because one thing's for sure, Jim Williams is taking his chances
58.
when handed them. He did so in his semi-final against Martin Schindler when he hauled back a 3-leg deficit.
60.
And now he's picking up nicely when Ricky Evans misses. Jim is there to mop up.
I mentioned 2 was probably the number for Ricky Evans going into his semi-final.
58.
After what's happened in his career with 2 Development Tour titles, lost in 2 finals in 2 Players' Championships,
96.
lost in 2 finals in 2 European Tours. Those numbers are a little bit different now that he's in this final, but 2 is the number for Jim Williams of 2 Challenge Tour wins.
140.
And it was the Challenge Tour that vaulted him to the Tour to give him his tour card. He would go in the same sort of direction as Callan Ridds if he finds his first win today by getting it really early after winning the Order of Merit on the secondary system in the PDC. That Evans 180
Huge.
was big. However, Williams still retains the advantage.
Yes, that 180, what it did was keep his interest alive in the leg. Down to 69 with Jim on 115 here. 58 left, 18 for tops. For a 5-3 advantage, and he's gone way too high. Maybe a few nerves, a bit of pressure creeping in here in this Players' Championship final.
Tops.
Now, tops, yeah.
49.
Oh, it feels like he's throwing a bit too quickly.
That's just Ricky.
Game
Tops that time for Jim Williams, 5-3 leads. And there are chances being missed by Ricky here at key moments in the match. A little bit of daylight open, just that one break of throw, the difference in Jim Williams' favour here. But there, only 58 for Ricky. So, can Jim cash in? Couple of trebles here, maybe. Well, the best he can get is a ton from here now.
60.
He's let Evans off the hook with another trebleless visit that time.
Williams was 3-1 up. Ricky did really well to bring it back.
34.
Williams has stretched his legs once again, and Ricky's got to do all that dirty work again. If only he could put 2 or 3 legs together to give himself that little cushion
49.
that he had in the semi-final. That's where he can feel a bit more comfortable, but this is a very uncomfortable final for him so far.
He's got to stop missing those chances, though, because the later the game goes, Jim only needs 3 more legs. And Ricky has got to cut that out. He's got to take the opportunities when they're there, or he's going to run out of time.
41.
Slack from Williams. This is the poorest leg of the match from Williams, I would suggest. 60, 45 and 41.
He's afforded this one, Nige, because of the gap that he's created in the leg count. And of course, this is on Ricky's throat. So if he's going to have a bad one, this is the right time to do it.
Yes, never a good time, is it?
100.
When you're in a final like this. Ricky on 113. Up the board.
53.
And we have to say, once again, that Ricky Evans has got to take this out. And he really needs to take it out, whatever the outcome of this visit from Jim Williams.
140.
He's got problems if he misses it.
He has now.
Don't miss it. Double 10.
Game shot.
Well done, Ricky. Because if Jim Williams finds that 115 after your miss, you're in all sorts of bother. That was a really good find. I know it was unconventional, hitting tops first, but who cares?
Yeah.
As long as you get the numbers right.
Got the job done, and that was the point that I was making. He just can't afford to keep missing these chances because of the fact that Jim's on 5 legs now. But it's 5-4, game on, advantage Williams because he's got the throw, and he has broken Ricky in this match.
I can definitively tell you that the nerves will be as thick as butter in the Evans household back in Northamptonshire right now. They want him to win so badly. His sister Alicia
180.
will be beside herself right now, as will his parents. With Jim Williams, who is a bit of a silent assassin
130.
and a very capable darts player, is a horrible opponent for Ricky. Not that he knows anything about playing him, because this, unbelievably, in this final today, is their first meeting.
58.
Yep, we can start the head-to-head column between Jim Williams and Ricky Evans finally. 5-4. Williams has that advantage right now. Needs double 10.
120.
It could take something like this 164 just to ignite Ricky. Downstairs. Wrong treble.
59.
Williams is just managing this game brilliantly. He's been given too many opportunities at the outer ring, and he's taking them 50% of the time.
6-4. Jim Williams leads here now. 2 away.
96.
And that was the point that I was making when Ricky took that chance last time. He had to, because the game could run away from him.
99.
There was an interesting question posed about 12 months ago when Johnny Clayton started becoming the rampant ferret, when he won the Premier League and he started winning floor tournaments on a more regular basis than previously. A lot of people said, who's next off the conveyor belt when it comes to Wales? And a lot of people said Louis Williams.
100.
I still believe in that.
Good player.
But a lot of people have forgotten about the other Williams
Yep.
of the Jim variety.
Until today.
130.
Won't be forgetting about him if he wins this title.
Well, he's in a good position, isn't he?
It takes a serious player to make the world match play on your first year
58.
on the tour. You only have 6 months to get enough money. I know you don't defend any ranking money from previous years.
43.
The fact of the matter is, if you can make the match play from 6 months of ranking action, you're a serious player. But it's about the title. It's about adding to his resume. He's won so many tournaments in the past, including that World Trophy. He's won so much in the BDO system, but that's all done and dusted. It's all about what he does from here that counts.
71.
Yeah, it would be a hugely significant result for Jim Williams if he was to see the job through here. Bullseye!
74.
Well, that would have absolutely destroyed Ricky Evans. But as it is, he's on 56. Tops for Ricky now. Double 10. This has got to go, and it does. Oh, he kept his cool superbly there. Williams sat on 47. It's 6-5. Now, Williams looking to hold to go within one of the title.
That double 10 bed has come in so handy for him
100.
today. He couldn't miss that. Quite simply. He would have lost this match for me if he'd have missed that double 10.
Yep, could well believe that. Yep. So, 6-5 Williams leads here, but absolutely vital for him to
100.
hold his throw. He's hit 2 successive scores of a ton now. So that means that Ricky's got to raise his level. He's got to do better than this.
81.
Jim Williams is nicknamed the Quiff. I do believe he's still called the Quiff, even though he doesn't have the best Quiff in darts anymore.
Sore point where I'm concerned.
Yeah, I think Ricky would say the
60.
same. Even that's a pretty good effort with the short amount of hair that he has. It's amazing how
100.
Ricky Evans is noted for his image within the game, and right now we're playing in an atmosphere that is the exact antithesis of what he likes to play in. Boisterous,
100.
music-filled, thick atmospheres. This is like playing in a library, but this is possibly one of the biggest games of his career, if not the
92.
biggest.
Well, he was the star of the Sue Cam at the Ali Pali. What an idea that was.
He's not short of ideas.
Brilliant.
Now, I said that Evans needed something quite majestic to give himself a chance of winning this final from behind. That little bit of fortune might be big. Bull. Huge from Ricky Evans. It's now 6-6. It's best of 3, and that little bit of firework activity on that bullseye to give himself leg 12 might just be the catalyst to give him the belief to win this one.
Goodness me, what a turnaround that is. Ricky Evans has really put himself in the frame now. Holds his throw here. He is 1 away. And as Paul Nicholson mentioned, we are down to a best of 3 competition now to decide the winner of this Players' Championship 6 here in Barnsley.
When Jim Williams blocked that 60 with dart 1 on his previous visit, he had no right to hit a 140 there. It's almost like the blocker dart didn't even exist. Amazing surgical stuff from the Welshman, who we know from the semi-final and previous times in his career has got bottle.
180.
And he's got more 180s than Ricky as well. 5 treble 20s out of 6 darts at the start of his 13th leg.
134.
Well, he needed those 2 treble 19s, Ricky Evans, but Jim Williams with a 140 and a 180, looking to break back straight away and then throw for the match.
100.
What a leg of darts from Jim Williams to bounce back here. He's on 81.
45.
Ricky makes a huge error there.
Oh dear, Ricky.
Didn't make the right play. Should have gone to the cover. And he's given Jim Williams 6 darts. Not that he needed them, because that's 3 for a 12 darter. And now he has the chance to serve it out for 8-6, which is exactly the same scoreline that he had when he won the World Trophy. You can see the pain on Ricky's face.
Oh, I'll tell you, he was agony on his face then. He blew that, absolutely blew it. And after the hard work of breaking back to 6 apiece with the throw, he blew that, and he knows that that could cost him.
100.
A steady ton for Ricky there. Only matches what Jim Williams got with the throw at the start of this leg. This could be a huge moment for Jim Williams.
60.
Troublous visit, though. Troublous visit.
It would be salt in the wound for Evans if he loses this one, because he'd watched someone winning their first
42.
PDC senior final, whereas he's been in 5 with no titles. That's an if right now. Williams perseveres on that 60 even when it's blocked. Evans has got to dip his bread in this red bit. Yeah. Stay there, Ricky. Stay there. Brilliant.
180.
That's better. That's more like it from Ricky Evans. Jim Williams, his last 2 visits have been 60 and 59. Got to fill this up.
140.
Well, that's better, the 140. 93.5 average.
Well, when Jim woke up this morning, if you'd have said to him, you're 142
58.
points away from a first PDC title at senior level, he'd have said, yeah, I'll have a bit of that, thank you very much.
We are really down to the key part now. Can't find the red bit again that
90.
time. So, Ricky Evans fighting to save this final. Oh,
Ricky.
He went for 11. Oh, dear me, Ricky Evans. And this is for the match for Jim Williams. Needs 52 for a huge moment in his career. He's hit the 8, so he needs double 12 for the match.
40.
Oh, tops to take us in to a 15th and deciding leg, Paul Nicholson.
What a let-off. Take advantage of it, Ricky. Double 10. And it hasn't come to his aid this time. Jim Williams now has what every dart player dreamed of when they woke up this morning. 3 darts at a double to win it. Double 6. Can he find it on double 3? Ricky thinks it's in.
Oh!
He was wrong!
Can you believe this? Can you believe it? Double 5. Double 2.
8.
Jim Williams is back. Well, this is agony, absolute agony. There's a title on the line. Double 3. Up the board for 1. And now for the title. And so we go on.
7 match darts missed at a plethora of different doubles.
No score.
Evans misses the madhouse, and that's exactly where Jim Williams will now knock on the door of. If he misses it, it's got to be high. But he doesn't miss it. Welcome to the winner's circle in the PDC. Jim Williams, it took your time to get through that door, but you have punched your ticket to your first win at senior level in the Professional Darts Corporation. It wasn't a classic final by any means, both averaging in the 80s. You could see that the nerves were there for both players, but he replicates his World Trophy final by winning 8 legs to 6. Evans' pain continues, but his career starts to go back in the right direction. As for Williams, Nige, he has found his way to the winner's circle. Well done to him. We're going to go straight to Dan Dawson, who's got a hold of Jim Williams quickly. Let's see what he thinks about his first win and his win at Players Championship 6.
Worst game to last.
Jim Williams is the latest winner on the PDC Tour. Jim, before we get to anything else, what a way to win your first title in the PDC.
Yeah, still, I didn't feel nervous all day until that last 3 darts. Well, probably 12 darts was it, I think. But yeah, it's not a great way to win it, but yeah, it's a good one.
That game there, well, you could see how much it meant to the pair of you as it got close towards the end. But you have battled and scrapped all the way through today. I mean, there's been some tight old games you've come through, hasn't there?
Yeah, I mean, it's a long day, and I've not really played much last probably 3 years, to be fair. So yeah, you know, when the shoulders out and my legs are out, and I'm like, oh, just, yeah, you try and put it to the back of your mind and battle through.
What does it mean to you to win a senior PDC title on the tour? Because you're a serial winner from the BDO and WDF. You won big things as well, but it's still a step up, isn't it, coming and competing in this environment?
Yeah, I think your mindset's the same. You still, you know, when I started in that, you get nervous and you think, can I do it? But yeah, to win it's great, and hopefully now you feel like you belong, and yeah, hopefully I can kick on from here.
Were there doubts? Were there doubts about whether you could cut it?
Well, you don't know, do you? Obviously, but yeah, you know, I've played a lot of them before and I've done okay. But yeah, you never really know, do you? But
You're not someone who shouts about your achievement. I mean, well over a dozen titles, big titles in the BDO and WDF. I mean, you winning the Challenge Tour, coming through and getting your tour card. Were you umming and ahhing about even whether you were going to take the opportunity to play on the PDC circuit at the start?
yeah, it's a big decision. I mean, I started my own business. We've had a little young family, so yeah, there was a lot of other things going on, and I'm not putting in the time that this deserves or that I need to do, to be honest. But you know, I seem to be going places and I'm relaxed. I'm throwing all right. Yeah, and then you go and do that, which yeah, it's mental.
Where were the big moments? I mean, obviously the final, there were plenty of big moments in there, but over the course of the day, it looked like, I mean, if you were 3-0 down in the semi-finals and turned that around, there've been a lot of real hard games you've somehow managed to find a way through.
Yeah, funny, I don't know, I felt comfortable all day, as in, I didn't feel I was going to lose games, but yeah, it was going silly there, but I think Michael Smith in the quarterfinals, I went 3-0 up and I felt real comfortable, and then I just caught myself just looking at him score, and he was just 140, 180, 140. I was like, wow. And yeah, then it was 3-all. But yeah, I just managed to dig in the last few legs.
This potentially opens up a lot of doors for you. It puts you on the brink of a spot at the World Match Play. So another weekend like this, and you can think about Blackpool in July, the World Grand Prix later in the year, obviously the Players' Championship finals. I know that you evidently weren't quite sure about how this fits into your life, but it might just be barging through the door and making it a part of your life, a significant part of it over the next few months, mightn't it?
Well, yeah, it's a massive opportunity. I made a decision not to go to Germany next week, so perhaps looking back now it's probably the wrong one, but at the time, I'm busy with work and it's hard being away from home, so yeah, maybe I made a mistake there, but I'm just going to have to try and the rest on here.
Well, look, you bagged £12,000, your first PDC title. This is only your 10th or 11th Players' Championship event, Jim. What are the targets? What do you think you can do in this code of darts? Because, as I say, you're a serial, proven winner from the BDO WDF side of things.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. It's great to just compete here, and like I say, winning today is massive. I thought I played well all day, perhaps not until then, but I wouldn't say I've got any goals really. I'm just, everything's kind of a bonus to me at the moment.
The laid-back Welshman, man who's just won his first PDC title in just a few weeks of trying on the senior circuit. Any words from Duzza ahead of the final? Your good mate at all, or is he just cut you loose now?
No, he's great, man. Yeah, he's going through a difficult time, but I think he's a guy that has done a lot more than 90% in here, so we just hope he gets back to it.
Well, this man beat everybody here today. Can't even be bothered to turn up in Niedenhausen next weekend, but we will be there for the next two Players' Championship events. Before that, though, Thursday night, it's Rotterdam in the Premier League of the Ahoy. Always a brilliant atmosphere. They appear to be dismantling the entire Barnsley Metrodome around me, so we'll call it a night. Congratulations, Jim.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely superb. The first PDC title. And who's to say, there may be more to come, and you might be seeing that man at the Winter Gardens in July at the Fred World Match Play. Got it right this time. See you next week.